I was told to deliver this message. You think you're invincible because you got money, bombs, guns, and planes, killing babies, innocent people. I think you're insane. Chaos and destruction is the name of your game. Somebody's got to stop you before the whole world goes up in flames. So he told me to tell you, I'll fight
for my brothers. We can go to war. Fighting for my father, I will give my life for. I feel so alone in this white man's world. Whip it in the kitchen, watch that white turn pearl. Standing on the corner, standing on my phone, standing with my gangsters, but I'm standing on my own. If you got to be alone, split you like you be alone. Sacrifice my life, understanding each his own. Toast to the keys of success. Bel Air rose on my breath. I've been a student since '03, and we can fight till we see peace.
I fight like that. 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 I fight like that.
Let me holler at you for a minute, give you game. Real scrappy, love the bottom, Buddha bang. Trigger happy, and everybody in the game. You shot your family and didn't even know it, man. Same rules, same code, with a different slang. Struck him out, and now they took him out the picture frame. Mama, don't cry, we gon' get by. 2 weeks later, got killed in a drive-by. Why must we fight amongst each other? Reach one, each one, teach one, my brother. I teach them how to fight on the grass and in the class. Snoop Dogg, all stars, yes sir, they coming fast. D1, football, we won. Now I'm proud of my son, Lil Snoop, yes sir, cause he won. Right on, SC, fight on. We 100, keep it coming, dip, slip, slide on, light on. I fight like that, 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 I fight like that.
Watching the warriors, the story of the rebels. You from the ghetto, then you know never to settle. I'm shooting common on the streets, I'm a pharaoh. Battling in African-American apparel. This on a t-shirt, youngins doing street work. Grinding till they teeth hurt, that's because they need work. Working till the feet hurt, trying to get my soul right. Used to be on old bikes, serving them that cold white. Wars in the winters, the block is hot in summers. Today's mathematics, we know it's strength in numbers. To the bosses and the runners, the hustlers and the stunners. We fight for the hundreds, we fight for the oneness.
He fights with the heat. He fights with the sleet. He said, I am who I am. I can't be beat. Nobody has won a war against me. I fight like that. 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 I fight. All of the nations of the earth as we speak are angry. They're angry because governments cannot suffice the needs of their people. They're angry because a few have gotten wealthy at the expense of the many. And the poor and the sick and the weak and the unlearned multiply. And the value of their lives are diminished by the rich and the powerful, so that when human life is devalued, that in the eyes of man you are unworthy of the gift of life, then it is easy for another human being, to take the life of another human being that he or she has devalued. Black life in America is devalued. Hispanic life is devalued. Even poor white life is devalued. There's a way that I have to behave. I'm free, but I'm not free to rob you of yours. I'm not free to take from you what does not belong to me. So if I will construct my life according to these righteous principles, then between man and man, man and woman, peace. Between race and race, peace. Between rich and poor, peace. We have our beautiful Mexican family. This once was theirs. So you can't say to them they are aliens. That's a horrible word to use for former owners. I see my indigenous family here. Many tribes, but they're really one great nation of people that now must be reunited with themselves. So it's their time now, as well as ours, that God would intervene in our affairs and bring the bottom rail to the top. The government is not rehabilitating soldiers. When they send you away to kill. When you come home, they gotta reconstitute you for civilian life again. Make sure you have a job so you can take care of your family, but they're not doing it. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, a woman can do anything that a man does, and the only thing he forbids the woman to do is the thing that degrades her. So how high can you go? High as you want to. Why would God allow the female to wear his attributes if you can't be a manifestation of that attribute? Women, you got to be set free. What God has put within you must be cultivated, must be developed, and must be used for the advancement of a nation and a world. I said to myself, Mr. President, why the hell don't you go to the wicked police department? Why the hell don't you stand up and tell them that your killing of black youth and brown youth is not gonna hold no more? Why don't you stand up? God's world is in need of a truth that will set up a government where everybody can live in peace under real freedom, real justice, and real equality.
This city has always fascinated me, the city of Frankfurt. Known to be a city of trade and economic growth. As a kid, I was amazed by handing over a piece of paper for ice cream, toys, and candy. Handing over such a paper and receiving a toy racetrack in return, I just could not believe it. Where could I get this magic paper? This idea I couldn't get out of my mind. I started asking questions and read every book I could find. I learned the money was backed by gold as a paper form to save us carrying it around. Something of real value behind the paper. But everything was changed. The value was capped and the gold standard, as it was called, was abolished. Since then, the value of money has been the biggest lie of all. The dollar bill is now just a paper subject to inflation and devaluation. This must stop. The solution, returning to a piece of gold that you can actually hold, and it holds value, or even better, cash gold, paper pressed and refined with real gold. A masterpiece solution, a forgery-proof, totally digital cryptocurrency. Here I am in the city of money, but not as a banker or a gold dealer. The Frankfurter Book Fair has invited me to read from my books that will help the world believe in gold again. Think Big will help show people how to be successful. I am very proud to be here.
So many years ago, when I was 19 years old, I had a meeting with a man that I'd never met before that was introduced to me by my brother. And this man was very successful financially, with his family, as a philanthropist, as a businessman. And he asked me one question that defined the trajectory of my life. And the question he asked me was I interested in achieving my life's goals and dreams? Or was I committed to achieving them? And he said, if I was interested, I would do what's convenient. But if I was committed, I would do whatever it takes. And Mr. Alan Brown said to me, he says, John, he says, if you're interested, you'll do what's convenient. You'll believe your stories and excuses, and you'll continue to be a victim of your current reality and circumstances. You'll come up with all the reasons why you can't achieve those goals, and that's what you will be focusing on for the rest of your life. He said, and the big difference is if you're committed, you'll start today to let go of your stories, your excuses, your reasons why you're achieving your certain results right now, and why you can't achieve any of those goals and dreams you wrote down on this piece of paper. He said, if you're committed, you'll upgrade your knowledge. If you're committed, you'll upgrade your skills. If you're committed, you'll come in every single day and figure out how you can achieve those goals and why you must versus why you can't and why you won't. And after he explained the difference between interest and commitment to me, I put my hand out and I shook his hand and I said, Mr. Brown, I'm committed. Now, I was scared shitless to say that I'm committed because I had to let go of all of my reasons why I couldn't achieve my goals and dreams. And the very act of writing my goals and then saying to him and then to myself, make a commitment to myself to be committed, I started to achieve the financial and life goals and dreams that I wrote down on that piece of paper. And not only did I achieve every one of those, I way exceeded every single goal. That's when my whole life changed. One commitment, one moment in my life, I said that I was committed to my financial and health and relationship and career and business and charitable goals and the travel goals and the health goals I had. I was committed to all my goals. He said, great. Well, the first action steps towards commitment is to develop a plan for how you're going to actually achieve those goals. So here's my question for you. Are you interested in achieving your financial and health and relationships and career and business goals and your travel goals, or are you committed? Now, if you're committed, here's what I'd like you to do. Take a sheet of paper and write down one goal for every area of your life: health, wealth, relationships, career, business, charitable. And write down one goal and when you want to achieve it by. And then what I want you to do is write down 3 action steps that you can take towards achieving those goals. Write down, what do you need to learn? What do you need to believe? What do you need to do? Take those things, put those right on your calendar with a time by which you are going to complete those things. And if you can do that for each one of your goals, if you can focus on the goal you want to achieve, 3 action items towards achieving those goals, and a specific timeline by when you're going to achieve it by, you are going to be the type of person that achieves your goals and dreams versus the person who hopes and prays and wishes that those goals and dreams become a reality. The person who achieves goals and dreams takes consistent daily, weekly, monthly actions towards those goals and dreams. And they don't allow their stories or their excuses or the reasons or circumstances to hold them back. They are committed to achieving their goal no matter what. That's the attitude. That's the mindset that you have to have. And you have to have absolute resolve that you will do whatever it takes. So, are you interested or are you committed?
Ready for Revolution. Welcome to another edition of Classes in Session. Very excited about what's to happen today. Very, very excited. Miss Yvonne Bird, you need to go to the instructions and get on the stream. You need to go to your email, hit that link, and so you can get inside the stream. Okay? You're on the other side of the classroom. You're supposed to be on the teacher's side of the classroom this morning. All right. So, family, I welcome you all to another edition of Class in Session. We're going to move right into it. We're going to go through some of the housekeeping rules first, and then we're going to go on to our amazing, exciting guests. Okay, so let's see if we can get that out the way. I hope the screen continues to cooperate with me this morning. Let's see. Do we have liftoff? Okay, it looks like we do. Yesterday we had this discussion, and it prompted the opportunity or the desire for the opportunity where we can all share and dialogue with each other over those things related to our commitments and our choices and what it will yield. And I'm very thankful and grateful that we have some extraordinary leaders on our platform to help us do just that. First rule of thumb, we pay ourselves first. We pay ourselves first. Our future will thank us later. We pay ourselves first. 1 gram at a time, 1/10 of a gram every day can create a legacy free from want and lack for future generations to come. So you always want to keep that in mind. What are you holding on to the trash for? For those who don't know, I'm talking about cash. What are you holding on to the paper for? How do you make the paper relative to what it is that you need done? Those are the things that we will be exploring in our regular daily interaction activities. And it looks like my stream has stopped, so I'm going to move on to the presentations because it looks like everybody is here. Look at all those fine, wonderful people. They cute too. They ready. They all ready. I have everybody muted there. And so we have Sister Deb Nixon. We have Brother Ronald Newton. And we have the illustrious Yvonne Busy Bird. All right, families, welcome. Everybody's unmuted. So welcome, Ron. I think I'm muted. Okay, there we go. It's Debbie. There we go. Welcome, everyone. How we doing?
Amazing.
Y'all don't be scared. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to start off with a little intro of each other and with a synopsis of what you like to speak to us in relation to what we've covered this week in terms of commitment, and what it does for you. And I would like to start with the youngest of the bunch. I'll start with Sister Debbie Nixon, and then I'll end with the elder, Ron Newton. So we'll go with Deb, and then Sister Yvonne, and then Brother Ronald. Is that okay?
Sounds great.
All right, let's go. Come on, Sister Debbie.
I find it funny, Eric, that you call me the youngin' in the bunch, so thank you very much. This morning, I really want to talk about the role of the female who's chasing her dream. But before I go there, I have been in Carabar since 2016. And when my husband, Ken Nixon, introduced me to this beautiful opportunity, I was getting ready to open my own brick and mortar. I just graduated college. I was about to open up a studio, a life coach studio, and we were helping people with herbs and teaching growing your own food. And it was a whole holistic practice. And then July 4th, 2018, I went to the Miami bank opening and met Dr. Harold Constantine Size and this beautiful plethora of people that flooded this event. And from that day forward, I said, okay, my dream has to go on hold because Carabar's is going to take me to wherever I want to go to give back to the world. So here I am, hence 2020, a VIP, a gold manager, going to reach gold director by the end of the year. And I am so excited about this amazing opportunity that can help save the world. So, again, my topic is going to be the woman's role in dream chasing. And so, thank you, brother, for allowing me to be here today. It's going to be a beautiful morning, sir.
Thank you. It's an honor. It's an honor. Okay, brother Ron, let's bring it, soldier.
Good morning. Uh, Peace to our Well Builders Worldwide family and guests. Um, I'm Ron Newton. I've been in Karatbar since June 28th, 2018. And I was introduced to the organization from Asha Ray Mail. And it was sort of strange because, I mean, I had gone to school for architectural drafting, and there was nothing left in that, at least for us. So, um, once this opportunity came along, I knew that my dreams would easily be attained um, because this is a dream builder and dream achiever business. The commitment, I still got friends that's 50 through 60 something years old calling me up in the middle of the night asking me, did I see the last basketball game? I'm like, no. And they get offended because of my answer. But this is the best opportunity that I've seen. We are the only game in town. Um, I just wish more people would get this financial literacy thing down. And I see so much gold in the future for us and everybody.
Thank you, dear brother. Thank you. I went a little out of order. That's what happens. You get so excited. But thank you, dear brother. And now next to the stage, we're gonna bring Sister Yvonne, the busy bird. Hey, Sister Yvonne.
Thank you, Brother Eric. Good morning, Wealth Builders Worldwide. It's an honor and a privilege and my pleasure to join you all this morning. And just a little bit about how I became involved with carrot bars. One day I asked someone where we supposed to be in another group, and they sent me a link. And the link led me to an event being hosted by Brother Eric. And he asked, well, who invited you? And I could not give him an answer because I wasn't sure of who had sent me the link. Now, I've been involved in many multi-level marketing, affiliate marketing over the years. But the day that I ended up on that Zoom with Brother Eric, he contacted me that evening. I registered that evening. It took me a couple of days to set up my KYC, but I purchased my number 4 package right away. And then it's only been 2 months for me now being in Carrot Bars, and I am totally committed to this. I'm from New York, in Brooklyn, and all with Brother Eric, where we say we're from Bed-Stuy, we do or die. And I know that Carrot Bars is my last chance, my last opportunity to see set up generational wealth for my 3 sons and for my grandbaby, and to live the life that God has chosen me to live. And I'm going to get there by way of Carrot Bars. And thank you, Brother Eric, for your awesome leadership.
Well, I thank all of you because we're only a reflection of each other. There are no big eyes or little U's in this. And what I hear often said amongst wealth builders, there's no I in the word team. So I want to thank you all. I really, truly thank you all for how you inspire me, for what you do and how you do it. And, inspiration, motivation, all those things come and they're not respective of age. They're not respective of seniority. They're not respective of ranks. We're inspired by fellowship and relationships. This is a relationship business. This is a relationship movement, and it allows us in the proper environment to put down titles, races, ethnicities, religion affiliations, political persuasions. All those things seem to go to wayside when you're in the right vehicle, when you're part of the right opportunity that allows you to see the true reality of life, the true reality of humanity. And I think we all have that here. And all of you speak to a level of commitment that many of us are striving for, myself still included. And so, Sister Debbie, I'm really, I want to hone in on what you hope that the topic that resonates with you this morning, that resonates with your spirit. You talked to me about it a little bit, and I really think that it's more than apropos. So if you can just share with us in relation to women, the value of women in this opportunity from your vantage point and what you wanted to really share.
Absolutely, brother. And good morning. Thank you for all that you do. Your inspiration is amazing, and we appreciate you so much. Um, the one thing I wanted to talk about today is the woman's dream. You know, when we look back at the role of women in society, in all of the countries around the world, the developed countries, it's important to understand that the women usually had a lot more responsibility at home, and the man traditionally went out of the home and did the work and brought in the money that supported the family. Hence, 50 years now later, you have men and women together doing this task out of the home. So when she gets home and when he gets home, so many men just sit in that chair and wait for that meal to come to them, or they're tired and they don't understand that the woman out of the home has that same tiredness. And so, men, I want to come to you and say, if your woman has a dream, and it's in Bars because there is nothing else, it's the only game in town that's worth your effort. And I want to say, if she's got a dream and it's bigger than your dream with her in Bars, get off that chair, offer to help her cook her meal, give the children their bath, make sure they got their homework done now that school's back in session here in Florida at least, and be more harmonious. Help that woman reach her dream, because in the end, your dream and her dream will unite and the family will benefit for these generations to come. And so it's important. In my spirit, I know that there's women that are listening to this right now that are hearing this from my spirit. And I want you to communicate to your spouse. I want you to communicate to that person. Let them know, hey, it's time for me to chase my dreams. I know I'm the helper. I know my rib and your rib were connected, and I'm the helper. But I need you to also be my helper. And together, let's unite and do this thing and make sure that we together share in all the responsibilities of the home. Now, with that said, I was surprised at the poll that I researched was 60% of women that were polled in the world in these countries say that they have more responsibility at home than their men. And they all work out of the house full time. So let's think about that, men. If you want your women to be happy, you want a harmonious household, and you want her to be able to chase her dream. We already know commitment means what? Commitment means to give it your all. It means to let the past go, be in the now, be present. And while you're present, follow the system that works. Here in Wealth Builders Worldwide, we have an amazing system. And the system works if you keep that wheel turning. But you can't keep it turning as a female when you have multiple interruptions and responsibilities, and it's not an even playing field. So men, lift your women up today. When you come home from work, help her, offer to help with the meal, or even offer to put a schedule together with her and share the responsibilities. When it's written, so it is. And so just know, I love you all. And in my household, I too understand my worth as a female. And so I'm very blessed to say that Ken isn't afraid to do laundry. He's not afraid to run the vacuum cleaner or do dishes. And so it's good training, right, women? So anyway, just know that for you that are struggling out there, females, know your worth. Make sure that each day you chase this dream. And when it comes to the show that the clip that you showed when you started, Brother Eric, about commitment versus interested.
Yes.
I want to say this to my team. Stop being interested. Get off your excuse bucket. Get off the excuse bucket. Stop it. Stop making the excuses of why and blaming your past and not being in your now, because that problem is yours and only you can change it. Make the commitment and let's go and run this thing together. Florida has 20 million people out of 21 that haven't heard about us yet. So there is no room for excuses. So let's go, ladies. Follow your dreams. And I love you all. And I miss you guys. I can't wait till we all can commune again and be together. And Miss Bird, I am so moved by your 2 months of accomplishment this morning. So, sister, keep going and much love. Mwah. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Ooh-wee. Oh, well said, sister. Well said. Well said. You know, family, you'll find Mr. Ronald Newton going in and out of camera. He's at an appointment, but he wanted to keep the commitment to be here. And so that speaks volumes to what we're talking about today. You know, he said, yes, I have an appointment. I got to make some runs, but I'm going to be here, you know. And so we're grateful for all that we do. And Sister Deb, we're definitely grateful for what you had to share with us. Very inspirational. So when we talk about commitments, when we think about commitments, Sister Yvonne, you know, where does commitment sit with you? I know you've had some experience network marketing wise in the past, and you know, you've been through some things.
Yeah.
You hit this path blazing. I mean, once you get on, what she left out is that within inside of that same month or so, in between her 2 months now of tenure in Caraboss, she became WBW Global Director. You know, she got her silver package. She got others having packages under them. She's always on a three-way somewhere in the world trying to get people to see this opportunity, and she's embracing that map. She did her list. She sent me her list. She has the name Busy for a reason. And truth be told, if I can say this, Sister Yvonne, I really believe you need to include that Busy in your Facebook name because everybody refers to you as Busy Bird. So you should be Yvonne Busy Bird, you know, all through your connection because you are a brand, sister. You are a brand. So I want to move on to her. And I also want to say this, that 80% of all network marketing is female. And 80% of the volume, the revenue volume comes from females. Men are the loudest, men are pronounced. We're out there, you know, we're more verbose. We flex and throw our chest out. Excuse my little bird chest here. We throw our chest out, but when you pound for pound, nobody outdoes woman in anything on the planet. So over to you, Sister Yvonne.
Thank you, Brother Eric. Yes, me being Yvonne Busy Bird means a lot to me, but I just recently learned that it's not about just being busy, but being effective in what I do and staying focused and having a plan, sticking to the plan. And here in Carrot Bars, we follow the leader. You know, we have Mr. Tyrone Best, Michael Adelco, and my ET, my Eric Ture Muhammad. And so being committed for me is not allowing distractions to come and interrupt my day. I have made two lists of 100 people to contact. And I'm not doing as much as Brother Eric is daily, but I do have a list. I am following his lead because I'm committed. And just to share a quick story with you all, back in 19, I think 82, 83, I was living in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. And my mother had became ill, and my sisters wanted me to come home. And I said, I cannot come home right now. And they were like, why not? I said, I made a commitment to do what I'm doing, to be where I am. And because of that commitment, I cannot come home. I said, but all I could do is pray for my mother. And she pulled through whatever the situation was at that time. But looking back years ago, I know what it is to be committed. So now at this point in my life, being committed to Yvonne first, and then being committed to my dreams. I do have dreams and aspirations and want to leave a legacy for my granddaughter and my three sons. But if I'm not committed to this, it's not going to happen. And so recently I wrote up a schedule for myself from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And what was happening, I joined Brother Eric in class and session. We were on episode 47, and now we're on episode 104. And I would wait till 7:45 to jump out of bed to get to class. And I like to take a moment to thank my sister Unique for calling me every day to make sure I was ready for class. And I would get up just in time for class, but prior to it, I would get up and start my day. You know, I read the Bible, I pray to God, and I do some other readings. But then I got it twisted. I said, wait a minute, Yvonne. You know, class is not first things first. First things first is my relationship with God and starting my day and keeping Him first. And so what I had to do was take a look at things and say, okay, looks like you're going to have to get up at 7, you
Yes.
know, instead of getting up just running 10 minutes before class. So for the last 4 days, including today, I've been getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning to start my day, doing what I need to do, and then getting to class. And class, of course, Brother Eric, I wouldn't miss class and session for the world. It has given me a reason to get up in the morning. It has given me what it needs, I need for me to become more committed to my dream of being wealthy. And if Mike Delco can do it and Janisha Glassby can do it, I believe and I know deep down in my heart that I can do it. If I stick to the plan, to the map, to the system, and don't try to create things on my own because everything is laid out here. And this is the first time I've really, really felt a part of something, and I've been involved in many things that I've never seen leadership pour the love into us affiliates as I see here in Carabas. And so I'm committed. I won't stop, can't stop.
Woo!
hmm
I thank you. I thank you. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. That is awesome. And here when you have, I saw earlier in a one of the comments from Sister Damari, she and Cece were conversing with each other and talked about who's going to get an A. Well, in this opportunity, everybody gets an A, and that A stands for action. That A stands for activity. That A stands for achievement. That A stands for acceleration. We can bring a whole lot of meaning to the A's, because we all are striving to be better than what we were, because we've been introduced to a better way. So those who are not familiar with this opportunity, never heard of carrot bars, or you might have heard about it in passing, or someone brought it to your attention, you need to get with one of these many leaders that you see, those that are on this screen, those that are in the comments, and let them know that you're ready to get busy. You need to know more and want to know more about this opportunity. It's very important. Brother Ronald, we're moving over to you, soldier. We want to hear the story of how you got your glory. That's New York DJ stuff. Don't worry about that. You'll catch it. Talk to us there, sir.
One thing about I had uh, been told about gold a long time ago, and I didn't know the financial aspect of it. Like Mr. Best was saying, just recently found out that real money is gold. And of course, you see him representing Real Money Entourage. Um, I uh, it it was strange because when you find out these certain things, you try to pass that on to your best friend, your neighbors, your ex family, and they just give you this look like a deer stuck in headlights, like and I'm like, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Well, the dollar is. I don't know about that. It'll be around for a long time. I said, okay, you keep dreaming. All right. Someday you'll see what's going to actually happen. Um, Now I'm getting this. Um, our money doesn't buy what it used to buy back in the day. Yeah, that's true because that dollar is tanked, and people are not understanding that. That's why I was like, we're getting $300,000 per year financial education right here for free. And everybody is benefiting from it. I mean, sometimes it gives you a rush because you know what it is now. But you explain it to everybody else, and it's like talking to a toddler.
Mm.
No, don't spend that on that. But I want these shoes. No, leave the shoes there. But they so fire, man. Forget about the shoes. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get them because this ain't none of your money. Won't be yours in a few minutes either. But I mean, I'm so proud to be in this family. One, this gold family, being a golden gladiator, and it's so hard to explain. I mean, Mr. Best last night kept saying that he didn't want to accept the appreciation or the accolades that Mr. Dalco was giving him. But you got to realize, man, every time Mr. Best or Mr. Dalco open their mouth, it may be the same message, but it's a different jewel every single time.
Yeah.
And it feeds into you. And I mean, what can you do? I felt the same way that Ross Range felt on that call last night. Every time you think about how you benefited, how they touched you, how they what they taught you. It's like an appreciation for a martial arts sensei,
Yeah.
and you're sitting there. You're like a child. You only thing you can do is cry because you.
Did we lose your sound, brother?
Okay, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
My why, um, um, who was my son, and last night he kept saying to me like, he wants to be like me, and I kept telling him be better than me, learn more than me. But he was like, but that's hard, Dad. I'm like, nothing is hard. Nothing, nothing. As long as you have the breath of I am in me, in
Mm.
you, you can do anything possible on this planet. I mean, even if you wanted to be a doctor at the age of 50, who's to say you can't? This opportunity here has given me my dreams back. I lost my dreams after getting out of school for architecture. I mean, there was nothing open. I mean, I worked in the field like very briefly. Like if you inhale, that's as long as it was.
Mm.
And trust me, that field waits for no one. It's just like what Mr. Best says, tell me yes, tell me no, tell me now, because I gotta go. And it will leave you right there saying, man, I mean, you'll just be like, I couldn't catch up. I couldn't catch up. I really couldn't catch up. And there's one friend of mine who's still out there in the field, and he's like, he calls me Newt all the time. Newt, I got to get out of this, man. It's ripping my brain apart. He said everything has turned to AI.
Wow.
Everything. Yeah. But I gotta go, and I got my appointment. Thank you, Gladiators, for allowing me to be here. Oh,
Oh, y'all show some love for Brother Ronald. being that he has to jump out of here. We really appreciate the nuggets he dropped because clearly he does like his leadership does. They can say the same thing over and over. Sister Debbie can articulate the same thing over and over. Sister Yvonne can duplicate what's said to her over and over. And every one of us has a different jewel, a different gem, a different nugget to drop on the individual it's meant for. In this opportunity, folks, you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. So we are so grateful. We're so honored. So let's give it a couple more comments. Any closing comments from you, Sister Debbie? We'll start with you, then go to Sister Yvonne.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch base on what you talked about as far as our goals. First of all, when it comes to self, keep focused on the now. When you stay focused on the now and you feed yourself and you stay plugged into this beautiful opportunity, you have $1 million platform to learn from. There are no excuses. When it comes to your finances, set your goal. Make sure you put it in post-it notes around. If you want to reach a certain rank of gold director by the end of the year, like and you want to make 25,000 a month by the end of the year, post it around. Follow the leadership. Ty Best knows what he's talking about, and Michael Ducko followed his lead, and look where they both are. So let's follow our leaders, because true leaders follow those that take us on the path to our dream. And lastly, when it comes to relationships, guys, identify your why. I raised my granddaughter, who's now 21, because her mother's been in prison her whole life. She just turned 40. And now she has a great grandson, and he's 2.5. And for these two young folks, they need love and guidance, and they need to know that they're someone's why. And so it's for them and for my children, and hopefully for my daughter incarcerated that one day will become free and learn that she has worth. It's for them that we do this, and it's for us. We're not at the end of our 50s and approaching, for me, a new genre of 60 without being committed. There's no more time for games, guys. You have everything you need for success. Follow your dreams, follow your path, and God will get you through. So much love, Brother Eric. Thank you for allowing me to be here this morning. It's been my honor and pleasure, sir.
Oh, the honor's all ours, Queen, I'm sure. Sister Busy Bird, come on with it. I think you're muted. Okay, I got you. I had you. Hold on. Okay. Don't hit anything. Okay, go ahead.
Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Commitment is what it's going to take for us to get to be successful and see wealth and have freedom in our lives. And I've learned very recently that success is the study of the obvious.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
as I mentioned, I read my Bible every day. And the Word of God says, study to show thyself approved, a workman rightly dividing the word of God that need not be ashamed. And so I study books, but I'm studying an obvious individual, Brother Eric. I study him every day because whatever he does, that's what I want to do. And I've shared with him recently, wherever you are throughout the day, on a Zoom, on a Facebook Live, wherever he is, that's where I want to be. He is my leader. He pours into me. I'm on fire. He pouring gasoline on me. And sometimes I go, oh boy, I can't keep up with Brother Eric. Between classes session, the 10:45 power call, 12 noon, and then he's doing something live at 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I'm trying to stick to my little schedule and stay focused and write goals and really get a clear picture on what my dreams and aspirations are at this point in my life. But lastly, I'd like to share that my why is my first grandbaby, who's 2 years old. And if Tyrone Best and Val Best children don't know their social security number and never applied for a job, that's what I want to make available to my grandbaby. And I
See,
have plenty of time to do it. So if I just stay focused, be committed to minimum of 1 gram per month, by the time she gets to school and becomes a young lady, she'll be able to live a great life because I left her more than just my obituary. I left a legacy behind. So I'm just really grateful to Parabars and Wealth Builders Worldwide. Thank you, Brother Eric. Ooh.
ooh. Thank you, family. Thank you, everyone, for sharing those extraordinary testimonies and this opportunity with those in attendance. And I hope everyone sees that this broadcast in particular is a tool, because there's so many you can share with that are part of your organization, so many you can share with who are family members and friends, and see there's a level of community or unity like you see nowhere else on the planet. So I want to thank all of you for your commitment. I want to thank all of you for your leadership. I want to thank all of you for how you inspired me and for the many notes that I took. I got some bombs here, but I'm gonna hold off on sharing them. See, I ain't playing. I'm gonna hold off on sharing them because it's gonna become a stream later on. But not today. Not today. I promise I will cool out and not do but only 6 or 7 streams today. So, but I thank y'all so much. We're gonna move to some housekeeping rules. I think we have a screen available. Okay, y'all do know that class is in session every Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. Eastern, and right here on the Eric Ray Muhammad Facebook page. I want you to tune in on it, and of course, the this past Saturday's Run to Wealth conference, the Paper to Gold Run to Wealth conference was extraordinary, phenomenal. I thank all the presenters, and you can find the replay of it on www.runtowealth.info. And I share that page often because of the work that we put into it. So when you look at that page, you'll see a lot of great things that you can use for trainings, for education. All right. I'm mainly interested in all of you joining the Wealth VIP email list, the Run to Wealth VIP email list. That list is helpful to us because now we're able to streamline all the announcements and the presentation of things that are available as it relates to our Run to Wealth classes. You know, they are returning. The Run to Wealth classes will be returning, and I want to be able to keep everybody in the loop of what it is that we can expect from that opportunity. And many of you will be doing classes inside of the Run to Wealth element, and there are many more of you who will be doing more hosting, God willing, with your permission, of course, as it relates to classes in session. It's time to elevate this thing to a whole nother level. I want you to be able to drive your teams to see what you do in a leadership capacity. So you become for them that additional validation that they desperately need, because once upon a time you needed it. So we're going to turn our platforms, all our platforms in the Run to Wealth element and class and session, we're going to turn them all into virtual validations. It's going to be a premier third-party validation for every single wealth builder. Okay, so that's the goal. That's the task that I placed upon myself. That's what I have written on many of my walls, because I want us to be more, because we are more. I want us to manifest it, though. I want us not only to know the abundance and wear the abundance, but I want us to be able to show and prove that abundance. Okay, and it comes through the prosperity of the effort. So I'm grateful. I'm thankful to all of you. I'm thankful so much for what you all have inspired in me. Congrats to brother Ronald Vicks and sister Sharon Vicks on their 15th year anniversary in Atlanta, Georgia. Not their wedding anniversary. I was straightened out on that one. Their wedding anniversary in December. Well, I would have known that if I was invited to that party last year. But anyway, that's a whole nother. I ain't hating. That's a whole nother discussion. Look, I'm just so excited. We are an extraordinary family, folks. We are a family in ways that no one else has ever experienced, because we combine communities and root work. Unity. We communicate. We gather. We draw together in ranks like a solid wall. And I want to see an army of wealth builders out here moving and shaking the world into the opportunity of understanding that gold is money and it's available to them. So, see what y'all did to me? Okay. Got it. Woo! All right. Last of the announcements, and we're going to get on out of here. All right. So, again, yes.
Yes, I have one other thing I'd like to share. I'd like to announce that um, my team, which consists of two people, well, I have quite a few referrals.
Yeah, you do have a quite a few, but who's counting?
Yes, more than 20. But, as we always say, we're looking for the aces in the deck, the people that are going to run with you and really make a commitment, if you will. And I'd like to recognize one of my team members, Wanda Ramsby, who, as of yesterday, had registered her sister, Deborah, who's going to get a number 4 gold package. And Deborah has already invited her friend Gigi to the call, which I think they were with us last night on the presentation. And also, Wanda's daughter say, "Oh, Auntie signed up. Okay, Mommy, this is the last time I'm gonna sign up, but I want to be your partner as well." So that's 3 people in one day that has joined my team. Whereas for 2 months, I'm like, okay, I can't stop, won't stop. If they don't get the package or don't come on board, I have to keep it moving. So I don't know if Wanda's with me this morning, but I'd like to congratulate her. You know, and just share with everyone that it's not in our time, it's in God's time. And,
Absolutely.
and I'm committed to doing my best and letting God take care of the rest. You know, and we just, as we say, have to keep it moving. Last night, one last thing, Brother Roach on the huddle, and he gave the 10 attributes to building wealth. And number 1 was you must be a right now person.
Right
You
now.
know, and Sister Wanda shared something. I want to say, girlfriend, we got to do it right here, right now. Let's go. Let's do it. Because I never forget, Brother Eric, that's the way you did with me. You said, well, you want to do it right now? And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, why not? And that's what it's all about, being, let's do it right here, right now, do or die, don't stop, won't stop. Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all typing a bunch of ahs for Sister Wanda Ransby. I had a privilege of doing a 3-way with her, and she is an awesome woman. And when she says she's coming, she meant what she said. She says what she means. She means what she says. Big ups to you, Sister Wanda, and your team, and big ups to you, Busy Bird, because you're only duplicating yourself and other people, and that's what this opportunity is all about. Okay, so thank you so much. Oh, Sister Sharon, yeah, right. Yeah, I love you too. I know it wasn't intentional. I'll be there this December some kind of way, virtually or what have you. And that's all right, Sister CC. Y'all, look, y'all got to patronize me. I'm a grown man. As Mr. Dalco says, grown African man. So look, I thank you all so much. Let me just go ahead and get through. Wow, these owls are coming in. Y'all are not playing. That's love there, family. That's love there. Absolutely. 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 All right. So the last of the housekeeping notes. So please make sure you join the VIP list there on the runtowealth.info website. Now, be careful now. Don't encourage people to go there and click to get started because you will be signed up under me, So you just, go through the site yourselves and navigate it any way you see fit, But what happens is a link on that site, and that link comes directly to me. And I'm not going to know who's who. You understand? But I just want you to know there's a lot of information there, a lot of training, there are pages you can pull off. You can also go to my YouTube channel and find a lot of things. But I really want you to be a part of that VIP mailing list and share with everyone that you possibly can. Okay. All right. So along in the last of the announcements, 10:45 this morning, Eastern time, we have the Mighty Power Call. This is Tell the Truth Thursday. So Mr. Gold Collector's on fire because he was the host last night for Mr. and Mrs. Best. That was a phenomenal freedom call. And the huddle, hey, those 10 points were fire too. I got a bunch of nuggets out of that. And I really appreciate Mr. Roach and and Team Union. So 10:45 a.m. we have the Mighty Power Call with Mr. Dante Taylor, Mr. Gold Collector himself. 12 noon we have the wealth building presentation from Huddle Part 2. That's right, Mr. Amazing himself, Mr. Rodney Roach is the presenter today on the 12 noon wealth building presentation. And then we have the coach of coaches, Mr. Al Murray, at 7:30, the 5 and 5 training. You want everybody to be on that 5 and 5 training. If you don't understand this fast track, or if you don't know how to accelerate this fast track, and if you want to go to from silver to VIP in a week, in 2 weeks, go to the 5 and 5 training. Everybody who thinks they have a handle on this opportunity, go to the 5 and 5 training. I have a few thousand people in my downline. I go to the 5 and 5 training because anytime you think you know it, that's when you lost it. Stay on it. Stay on it. Have pen, have paper. I didn't know what copious notes meant. I didn't know what copious meant. You know, I've heard copious maybe 30 times a day in this opportunity so far. I got it now. And because I got it not because I looked it up, I got it because I internalized this training. And then through activity and action, it showed me what it meant in activity. So, family, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, www.goldrocks.info. You want to be there for the 5 and 5 training with Mr. Al Murray. Right after that, the professor himself, Gregory McKay, all the way from Lansing, Michigan, will be with us there during the 9 p.m. presentation. And we're back with the empowerment call tonight, the Empower Call with Dr. Patrice Gordon and Sister Lady Lisa Gordon, Cheryl Ann Gober, and our host, Lucian the Solution Minton. Everything is happening on our events platform, www.goldrocks.info. If you have an issue with Facebook, if you have an issue with YouTube, if you have an issue with LinkedIn, you don't have to worry about any of those. You come to www.goldrocks.info. Now, the password is, okay, so make sure you get with the one who invited you, get with your sponsor, and figure out what the password is and be in there. So, family, I'm sorry, it's every other week. Thank you, Sister Nicole. I forgot. Nikki Knox and making sure the empowerment call is not tonight. It's September 3rd. I forgot it's every 2 weeks. You know, I have senior moments too. I may be rich, but you know, so I got to write everything down. Family, thank y'all so much. And again, tune in, get in where you fit in, and let's be about it. Let's be about it. Take us. I'm sorry. We were almost out of here. But this is why I felt the screen was so important to bring back, because we're in the countdown now to Let's Go Weekend. Oh my goodness, relentless. This is the place to be, y'all. www.letsgoweekend.com. September 24th through the 26th. Each day is a multi-million-dollar experience. Each day. And the registration this year is a la carte, meaning we get a ticket for individual tickets for each day. You want to be a part of each day. And if you think you've gained something in the previous virtual presentations inside of the last 6 to 7 months, that was only prepping us. Let's Go Weekend 10. There's a reason why it's called Relentless. Hopefully, Mr. Dalco will come and drop some jewels on one of these classes. He and Mrs. Manisha Dalco. But I'm telling you, we are so excited. Dr. Seiss will be there. Corporate leaders will be there. In fact, go to your back office today. If you have not done so already, go to your back office, Wealth Builders, and look at your latest news. So you're in tune and ready for the corporate meeting that's taking place tomorrow with us and some other wonderful gems and jewels in the world of Carrot Bit. All right, so check out your latest news. Family, thank you. Thank you, Cece Mahone. She's so gracious. She typed the password in there for you. Y'all see it? Cece gives a lot of love. There it is. The password. All right. So make sure that you go to www.letsgoweekend.com, get your ticket, get the schedule of events, and get your gear. All right. You can get your gear at shop.mywbw.net. Take all your screenshots, family, and hey, Let's make this experience what it needs to be. I thank you for allowing me this opportunity. You know where I'm going. I'm gonna step over here to Sister Lakeisha McKnight. I'm gonna jump over to Brother Consul Hotep Batum. Then I'm gonna jump over to Brother Team Fard and see what Brother Supreme and them got going on. And then I will see all of us on the Mighty Tell the Truth Thursday Power Call. I feel
Let's
like
go.
All right, let's go. Thank you, family.
Oh,
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 oh, Brother Eric.
WBW family.
Make it a golden day, everyone. Change the world.
Let's change the world together.
Peace,
Yes, together. Together we can.
love.
Nothing can stop us.
We're all the way up.
All the way up. All the way up.
Snoop Dogg coming at you live and direct. And I got something to say. You dig?
Let's change the world, divided we fall, but united we stand. Let's change the world, no fights, no wars, oh, let's learn to love again. Let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world. Whoa, oh, oh. Let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world. Let's make hope for the future.
Brother, what will you discover if we come together and do it like we never? I'm just sick and tired. I'm fit to light the fire. Now put this on the wire. The devil is a liar. I do this with no hesitation. Meet me at the reservation. Elevating, educating, meditating, concentrating. Replenish your opposite of sinister. And I do it for the minister.
Oh my God, I'm like, oh my God.
Let's change the world. 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 Let's make hope for the future.
Somebody need to stop the war. Man, the war ain't overseas, it's at your front door. And I done seen too many brothers shot up on the floor. For more than drugs, as they call laws, and now you call us warlords. But if you can help it, then help it. But you ain't helping us. You so selfish and selfless, you wanna see us breathless and helpless. But I'ma hustle and tussle for all my brothers who struggle. Yeah, we bang the world, now let's change the world.
Let's change the world, divided we fall, but united we stand. Let's change the world, no fights, no wars, oh, let's learn to love again. Let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world. Whoa, oh, oh. Let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world. Let's make hope for the future.
No killing, no shooting, no dying, no lying, no gang banging, so no more mamas crying. Everybody get along, man, that be the perfect song. Peace in the streets as I sit back on my phone, chilling with the president. He let me in the White House, back to the castle with the minister, no doubt. Shoes at the front door, love is what you come for. Let's get it right and unite, but do it pronto.
Let's change the world, divided we fall, but united we stand. Let's change the world, no fights, no wars, oh, let's learn to love again. Let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world. Whoa, oh, oh. Let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world. Let's make hope for the future.